Hey guys, welcome back to Shop Life. Today we're going to be taking out most of the center console out of this 2001 BMW 325. Basically, this procedure is like the same for all E46. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to be removing the cup holders, this whole dash, the whole center console section, and that's pretty much all that's going to be in this video. Alright, so to get started, what we're going to do first is we're going to remove these cup holders and the coin holder. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But yeah, see, there's coins. Alright, so first, you're going to remove this, you just got to pop it up, just like that. It might be harder if it has never been popped up before. Basically what you can see, there's a tab right here. It goes right into this little I don't even know what it's called, but it goes right into there. There's two, one on each side. That's exactly how it works, and you just pop it up. So that's the cup holders. Next, you have the coin holder, and that's the same way. Just pop it up. Same tabs right here, one right there, one right there. And then after you have that out, those are your cup holders. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get off. If you have an automatic, this is the procedure you're gonna use. If you have a manual, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check this, but all you have to do is you just gotta pull up the gear lever, and then you should be able to remove the boot and all that. So in order for this, you just gotta pop it up just like that. Just be careful because the tabs do tend to break. And that's that. Now you can see the two Phillips screws right here. That's to remove this little wood trim right here. What you're gonna do is gonna lift up this trim from back here. Always lift it from the front because it slides into the top. And then just get it out like that. You see how it slides? If you can see right here, there's like a little ridge right here it'll slide into. But in order to remove this, you gotta get out these connectors right here for the switches. You gotta push that tab in right there, just like that. There's one on each side. Release the connector. On this one, there's one right in the front and one in the back. Just like that, these two tabs right here. One right there and one right there. Alright, then that is out. Just gotta wiggle it out. Here's the trim. And here's the window switches. The connectors go into there and there. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys a quick tip here. I have to use this very often because I get a lot of part out cars without keys. So if you do get a car, pretend you lost your key somewhere and you need to move your car up, your steering wheel is not going to move because it's going to be locked anyways. But if you do need to get it out of gear and put it into neutral, basically what you had to do, the same procedure I showed you to get this up. You just pull this out of that the trim right here, pull this up and out. Once you have it up, basically all you really have to do, you see this little silver piece right here? That's what's locking the gear lever. So what you gotta do, you have to lift up that lever right here, just like that, push it in, and get it into neutral. You see, it goes into neutral. Now the steering wheel is gonna be locked, so you can't steer it, but you should be able to move it back and forth. Alright, so now let's continue. Now as you can see, hold on, I have a customer. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're back. Customer just dropped off his car. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get out the sunglass holder. All you had to do is pretty much like everything else on this interior, you just pull it out. You pull it, the way you have to pull it straight out. Try not to use this door because it might break, but you could use it from right here and just pull it out. The door will actually help too, but I mean, just be careful when you're doing it. You see it just pulls out. I've pulled this one out before, so I know it's not too tight in there. See, it just holds on with these tabs right here. And that's the sunglass holder. What you're gonna do, you're gonna remove this ashtray. I mean, you really don't have to. You could take this whole assembly out as one. I like to remove it. There's the ashtray. Now, there's two Phillips screws right here. One right there. One right here. And then there's two more underneath. All right, one right there, and then one right there. So you have to remove all four of those, and then this whole thing will come out. And in order for it to come out, you're gonna have to have the car in either neutral or drive. Mine's all the way in drive. So now once you have the screws removed, all you have to do, just pull it out from the bottom. That's the easiest way to do it. Now just pop right out. And you're gonna have to wiggle it around a little bit. First, I would say go ahead and unplug the cigarette lighter wires. There's one connector right here, pulls right out. Then here's for the cigarette lighter. It's like the ground. This one's kind of stuck in there. That one pulls right out. And this one as well. Just like that. Then you have the wires for the DSC and like if you have heated seats or whatever. That one, there's just one tab right here, one tab right there, and it pulls right out, and there's one more. You might have other ones if you have the Harman Kardon system, and also the like if you have convertible or whatever, it's gonna be different. That pulls right out. All right, so that's that. If you do want to just change this panel right here, like if you upgraded your seats or whatever, all you really have to do, there's 2 Torx screws right here. When you remove that, this whole panel comes out. And then you could just put in the new one same way. All right, now we're gonna go to the back. We're gonna get out this ashtray right here. Pulls right out. Once you have that pulled out, there's 2 screws in there. They're actually not really screws. They're like more like push tabs. So you just got unscrewed a little bit. They're all plastic. These 2 right here. Unscrewed a little bit, just like that. Be very gentle. Alright, once you've unscrewed them, you could just pull this part out as well, just like that. And there's a connector for the light that goes right there, that pulls right out. Here's what I was talking about. See, they're plastic, like push pin tabs. You push that in, and when you screw it in, these 2 things expand, that way it holds it in. It works just like that. This is also used on the fender liners and all that. Alright, so as you can see right here, now you have 2 more Phillips screws. These are real screws. Just take them all the way out. Now you can pop out this e-brake boot just like that. It just pulls out. There's tabs holding this in as well. See, there's one in the back, and then there's one in the front. This one slides underneath, and then this one just snaps in. Now that you have all the screws taken out of the center console, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this top part of the armrest. How it works is, you see this top cover part? This part actually comes off, and this will stay in there. There's like 3 or 4 other bolts that are underneath this console. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take out this part right here. This part, this a clip right here. You see how there's 2 tabs? That just pops out from right there, and then it just pops out. You see there's 1 tab right there and 2 on the top. Now when you have that out, what you can do is, actually first you could take this part off right here, because this part actually comes off. You just gotta pull up right where the rear ashtray was. You gotta pull up, and don't actually pull the whole console, just the ashtray part. That way it comes out just like that. You see, we want to take off these 2 covers, and what that allows us to do, it allows us to access this the top cover. There's 2 springs that hold it in, so it allows us to access the springs, and then we just pop off the cover. Well, first what you're gonna do is you're gonna get off this spring. See this spring right here? You see how it's held in? There's like a little gap right there. So what you have to do, I'll see if I can show you guys right here. You have to twist it just enough. You see how the little gap, the end part comes into the gap, and then it just pulls out. Just like that. You see? Just like that. You gotta do that on both sides. There we go. Now once you have that out, if you look in this hole, the little cover that we took off, we took this cover off from right here. There's 2 little black, there's 2 little holes, and there's a little black thing in each one. So what you do, you have to push that black thing in. Alright, you saw what I did there? I pushed it in, and while I was pushing that in, I pulled this out. I used a little flathead with it, and there's one on the other side as well, so do the same thing. Now that we have both of those out, then you can just lift this straight up. Well, first you have to get that. You gotta get the little latch off, that way it gets off of there, and then just lift it straight up and out. Now that that is out, this whole section will lift right up. And one more thing that's still gonna be connected is the wire that's right down here. And this is for the emergency lights and the door locks. Alright, so connector, it just slides into that section right here, just like that. So you just have to pull it out. There's no tabs on it, just pull it out. So basically that is all for this video. Now the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing the rest of this section right here, the radio and the HVAC module and the trim and all of that. If you guys do have any other questions or concerns, if you guys want any other videos, feel free to comment. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and feel free to comment. Thanks.